Hey guys, I want to talk to you about motivation and why you shouldn't rely on it, because it doesn't stick around for long. But before we dive in, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon to be notified when I release a new video. So there was a quote from Jim Rohn that I read today, and he said, motivation is what gets you started, habit is what keeps you going. And that's so true. You see, the thing is, we all rely on motivation and we think that's what we need. You know, like, if you don't want to do something, you usually say something along the lines of, oh, I've got no motivation to do it, you know? But what we don't seem to actually realize is motivation, it only lasts for a certain amount of time. And this can be anywhere from like a couple of weeks to maybe a couple of months of you starting whatever it is. So for example, let's say you want to start running. You know, at the start, you're really pumped, you're motivated, you're ready to go. And for the first week or two, you probably feel like you can take on the world. You know, but after a while, that motivation, it starts to die down and reality kicks in. And then doing that running every day, it starts to become hard and you don't want to do it anymore. And the motivation is just gone. And now, this is where most people will give up. You know, because this is the point where it gets tough, where it gets really, really hard. You haven't got the motivation to rely on, the habit hasn't formed yet. This is the point in between having motivation and creating a habit. It's that is like this gap of nothing. It's all you. You know, and you see, if the motivation lasted till the habit was created, it would be easy. It would be easy to do it because you would have enough motivation to take on the world until the habit was created, and then when it's a habit, it's easy to do. You know, but it doesn't work like that. And really, like, the motivation, it doesn't last very long at all. You know, so the way I think about it is that it's life's way of testing us. It's life's way of testing us to see how much we actually want to do that thing and whether or not we're worthy enough to do it. You know, so that period between the end of the motivation and the beginning of the habit is probably the most important part, as well as being the toughest as well. You know, but if you can promise to yourself that if you stick through it, and you push and you do it consistently every day, then you will be successful at it. You'll get good at that skill, at whatever it is that you want to do, and you'll start doing it every day and you'll be so successful at it. But you have to get past that initial period. It's probably, I would say it's around like 6 months of you pushing yourself. You know, no motivation, no habit. It's like 6 months of pure dedicated work that you do yourself. And if you can get past that bit, then it becomes a habit and it makes it a lot easier for you. Alright, so the start is always easy. Everyone can do the start because you've got so much motivation there. But you'll find if you think about this and you see your friends or family saying like, oh, I'm gonna start doing this, you'll see for the first couple of weeks they'll do it, maybe even the first month, and then it will just kind of die out and they won't talk about it. And yeah, because it got hard and people don't like it when it gets hard. But if you can push through that hardness, you can push through and be dedicated enough to actually do it, then you'll get to the habit and you'll get to the good stuff and where it becomes fun. Alright guys, so don't let motivation rule your life, because it's rubbish at the end of the day. It's really good for the start, but that's about it. Don't rely on motivation. Rely on yourself and the promise that you make to yourself to do it every day. Alright guys, that's it for today. I'll see you in the next video.